Round one, fight!
It is Best Movies of 2010. I don't know why that one even played, but it did. This is Best Movies of 2010 Championship, everybody. Hey, what's up? Welcome to Best Movies of 2010, not 2011. We're working backwards, so we've worked our way down to 2010. Yeah, for some reason I could have sworn I clicked 2010, but anyways, I got a million things here in the background of StreamYards to click on. But welcome. This is Tournament Fights number 150, and I am your host, Jordan, the movie hero Anderson. So I'm excited to talk about these. I had a couple blind spots still left. I watched one of them, so I'm able to talk about one more movie than before, and we'll see how it goes. But we'll go ahead and we'll bring in our panel for tonight. We have my co-host Austin Pez Howell.
Hey,
what's up, Austin?
We're actually finishing up a decade tonight. That's exciting, right? We've made it through a whole decade, so that means it'll only take us another year or so to get through another decade.
Yeah, right.
Because I think
I don't know how long this one took. About
yeah,
a year.
No, I feel like we did the 2020 or 2021. Whenever we kind of kicked it off, like. God, it had to be like a year ago, right?
Yeah, it's about this time a year ago.
Yeah, I would have to go back through the archives and look it up, but it had to be something like that because it takes a while. I mean, if you only do, a year every month or so. So, yeah, maybe we'll finally get to the pre-millennium, about a year and a half from now or something.
Yeah, right.
Finally get to the 90s, but yeah, it should be interesting.
Yeah, and I can't remember if any of the movies from any other years that were the hangers on made it to the championship. I can't remember, but if you guys see anything that's not from this year, that's because it got enough votes.
I know one of them. Well, one of them won the part one of the tournament. X-Men First Class will be in there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that one actually won. So that'll be hanging on somewhere. But yeah, we'll explain all that in a minute. Let's introduce everybody.
Yeah,
we got out here and we'll talk about that.
I thought there was like one or two more, but we'll see.
We'll see.
But yeah, we also have joining us. We got Malcolm Lay. How's it going?
Yeah, we actually only lost two of the hangers on.
Okay.
So the hangers on, we're going to see the championship. We've got X-Men First Class, 29 Jump Street, Fast 5, Fright Night, Moneyball, and The Help.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I figured. I just didn't want to say it because I didn't have the list right in front of me. But yeah, but cool. Sounds good. Also have Brian Nussbaum.
Hey,
how's it going, Brian?
It's going good. Here, champion Fast 5. Hoping to win the tournament maybe this time. It was close on Monday. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's the longest one so far now left standing is Trey Joshi from 2012.
Yep. So we'll see what happens because yeah, I'm a big Fast 5 fan too. It's my favorite of the series. So we'll see what happens. It depends on the matchups and some of that stuff. But yeah.
Depending how the randomizer goes.
Yeah. We also have Richie Goodacre. What's up, Richie?
Sorry, I'm a bit distracted. So just hit Paul Hayward. Anyway,
we'll monitor the situation in the background. Let me guess. Did he super kick him, or did he do something else?
He just punched him, but he looks like he's about to super kick him.
He's about to kick him in the face. Of course he is.
Yeah.
But yeah,
my God, Richie, he just super kicked him in the face, Richie. My God.
Yeah. But yeah, I got to ask because it's been bugging me. That plush toy of the dude in the bed. What is that? The plush toy of the guy with the beard.
It's Rhett and Link
behind me.
Yeah.
I have a Yoshi here. If that's
Rhett and Link. He's talking about Rhett and Link next to him.
Oh yeah, the Rhett. Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning. That's what they are. They're
Okay, he
from
looks
the
like
YouTube show.
he looks like a little Dicky.
Yeah, he almost does kind of. That's funny. Yeah, that'd be cool if it was.
Yeah, he's a big fan of the rap star, Little Dicky. Yeah, he's got a punch.
Well, I'm a fan of that TV show, Dave. It's actually pretty good. So
He
yeah.
did not super kick Paul Heyman, by the way. He's just holding his mouth from the punch, Richie. I was monitoring it.
Okay,
Nice.
okay.
They're fleeing right now because magically, if you get outside the ring and the other person's inside the ring, there's nothing they can do about it. They can't chase
You're like,
you.
okay, I won't chase you. Yeah.
I won't chase you, and even though I could easily catch you.
That's something that got copyrighted by WWE for this episode.
Yeah.
No, we won't.
No, it's not.
No,
It's not. Yeah, there's enough going.
Yeah.
Scream everything's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but last but certainly not least, we also have Chris Scott, the Casablanca.
There he is.
Hey, there he
Hey,
is.
what's up?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
So I'm kind of sitting in kind of the kitchen area. That's why the weird lighting is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all right.
It's like
But it
works.
it's like with reflection.
Yeah, Chris is streaming to us from the mist right now.
Basically.
Yeah. It's
Hello.
kind of like
Hello.
Richie's got that bright ass window behind him most of the time too. Also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Now, yeah. So
I could join you guys, and I could open up my window and have something.
Hey!
Yes, do it. Well, we missed the point.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, I'll be good. But yeah, this will be our panel for tonight. So, Austin, just for anyone tuning in, you want to break it down and let everyone know how it's going to work?
Yeah, no. Malcolm's got our half bracket ready to go for this night, just to be a 32. And yeah, what it is our part 1 from Monday night. We took the Sweet 16 from that part 1. And then we took whatever made the Sweet 16 from part 2, and we've got those. Malcolm's jumbled them up in the 32 half bracket tonight. So we'll see which ones make it far. The Elite 8 from this episode will be in the poll, and we'll also move on. So we will see which movies will hang on to face the writer's strike elite movies from 2009. As Malcolm knows, like we'll see what kind of quality we get in that tournament, because that was a hanger on from the 2008 writer's strike. Funny enough, 15 years later, we're kind of dealing with the same thing.
Exactly.
What might happen next year at the movies. So we will see. But yeah, already we had X-Men First Class win the part 1, Toy Story 3 won part 2, so we will see what wins the championship here tonight. But yeah, other than that, we'll get this thing rolling and see what happens.
And usually, I totally spaced it for these tournaments. I got a new intro with like the more updated music. We'll use that for the outro, so you'll see that on the outro. But and also, Chris, don't worry about eating on the stream. I usually
Jordan
eat
eats a
about
lot
every
too.
episode. Yeah, I got some flautas, rice, and veggies that I just just melted a bunch of cheese on top.
You're me, Chris.
Yeah.
I said, meanwhile, I'm super fancy. I'm eating chicken tenders from my deli.
Ah,
Nice. Hey, you can't beat
Yeah.
that if you work.
With
Well,
those
you know,
sweet and
you
sour
work at a
sauce,
grocery
baby.
store.
well, Chris knows I work at a supermarket too with good chicken tenders. So sometimes you just got to do that.
Oh, dude, they're bomb. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like I've never been there, but I've heard Publix is like known for having a really good deli. So
Publix has got a really good chicken. Yeah, that's absolutely true.
it's good stuff. But
yeah.
All right, we'll bring up the bracket here, and since it's just a half bracket, a shorter one. Let's see if it pops. There we go. We'll go with this intro. Let's do this.
We're going to play a wonderful game called Who is Your Daddy and What Does He Do?
It's showtime. What do you say we cut the chit-chat? A-hole!
May I see your invitation, please?
Sure. Here's my invitation. Let's do this, Schmidt. Yeah. Just like we always do, Jenkins. Jacob. Oh, sorry.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
I mean, come on, I just don't see a problem here. Let's just do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm pumped.
You serious?
First one.
Oh,
Karate
God.
Kid
Yeah.
up against Riverdale.
Yes, the Karate Kid made it to the championship.
Yeah, I think faced some shitty movies, I believe.
I'm sure it
I think
did.
it did.
It certainly must have.
I mean, it went up against Little Foxes, but
Oh, well, yeah, that's.
Okay, yeah.
Well, in that case, I probably would have voted for it too. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah. Well, So, Carissa, this time you're at the bottom of the brackets or the ladder. So you'll be first to vote. So you want to
Well,
go?
so I think I saw the chatter about what Rabbit Hole is about. I think.
Yeah.
Because I think you guys are
Very
talking about
depressing.
it in the group.
Mhm.
Sounds incredibly depressing. So
But in a good
and-
way, though. It's like pretty powerful.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
never mind. In good conscience, I can't vote for that pile of crap
Yeah.
with Jackie Chan. No.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, so I'm going to vote for Rabbit Hole.
that you're making a pretty good choice. Richie, what do you say?
I haven't actually seen Rabbit Hole. You'd think it's got Nicole Kidman. I should watch all of her filmography. Haven't.
Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't seen it. I might. Personally, it sounds like I need to be in the right mood. Yeah, and Karate Kid. Look, there's elements of it that could have worked, but yes, he's doing kung fu. It's pretty Kung Fu Kid. But yeah, look, there's elements of it, and I've seen it, so I'll go Karate Kid. But yeah, even if it goes through, it won't go far. So I'll have solace in that. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, Brian, what do you say here?
Yeah, I haven't seen Rabbit Hole either. Alton is weird for me, very impressive film, but I don't really hate Karate Kid. I quite enjoy some moments of it. It's not actually bad, so I'll go Karate Kid on this one.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, no, I said it on part 2. Like, I don't hate the Karate Kid remake. It's definitely not as good as the original series, but it's at least watchable. But Rabbit Hole is really good. Like, it's not something you'd put on if you want something cheery and happy to watch, but it's a really good movie, and Nicole Kidman's has a really good performance in it. So I'm going to go Rabbit Hole.
Yeah, and also if you Google the cast of Rabbit Hole, it doesn't even show Aaron Eckhart. He's like the co-lead in this movie, but he doesn't show up. It's weird, but he is in it, Aaron Eckhart. But Austin.
No, I was gonna say I think Aaron Eckhart. It's one of those interesting cases where he was like right on the cusp of being like a leading man, A-list star, and it just kind of like didn't happen. Like it was like right after Dark Knight. He's
I
a good
think
actor.
he made I, Frankenstein, which didn't help, man.
Well, I,
yeah.
Frankenstein. He was in like Battle Los Angeles. He made some like kind of stinky movies, but like I think he's a good looking guy. He's got everything Hollywood can want, but like it just never happened. Yeah, it's weird. But I'd like to see him in more stuff. I still think he's a good actor. But yeah, I think Rabbit Hole is a better movie than Karate Kid, so I'll go Rabbit Hole.
Yeah. So I watched Rabbit Hole for the first time for this series, and yeah, that movie was really, really good. I talked about earlier that I watched Winter's Bone, and I watched Rabbit Hole, and I almost watched Blue Jasmine, but I didn't want to have to commit suicide from depression after that. So I was like, maybe I'll watch something a little more upbeat after that. So I watched Machete, so that was a little more upbeat. Yeah, but even so, Rabbit Hole was a really good movie. I really liked it. I thought that Aaron Eckhart and Nicole Kidman give great performances. I think Diane Weiss plays the mom pretty well. She's actually pretty funny, especially towards the end. And then Miles Teller, he's pretty good too. And even Giancarlo Esposito, like it's fun seeing him pop up. He's just in a minor role, but he's there as like
Excuse me,
the neighbor. So bless you. And I'll go with Rabbit Hole.
All right, Rabbit Hole. Move on, Malcolm.
Yeah.
And we will go to.
Speaking of which, we've got
Machete
versus the
There we go. Oh, that's a good match right there.
Very similar.
Very similar posters too. Like,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
So it'll be Richie first.
I'm trying to think if there's any crossover people in the two. It seems like there should be.
Right.
I don't think
There
is,
should
actually.
be.
Well, because it's weird because like Steven Seagal's in Machete, but he never made the Expendables cast for any of them.
Yeah.
I feel like that you reckon that could be because look, I understand he's an action star. No, hang on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
My camera went weird.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's kind of there you go.
Yeah, I understand he's an action star, but do you think the cast are like, look, I understand he's an action star, but I really don't want to work with Steven Seagal. Look,
No, that's pretty much what they said. They're like, we'd rather have Van Damme for the second one. At least he'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Both of these are fun. I prefer Expendables 2. out of the three, and the fourth will be interesting. Considering I don't know if Sylvester Stallone has much presence in the fourth one, considering it's got all the cast list and it says and Sylvester Stallone.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess for dumb fun, I think I probably find Machete more enjoyable, so I'm going to Machete.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes they'll do that in like a cast list. I've noticed if they're not I don't know, like the main lead. I don't know if you consider Sylvester Stallone. He's probably the main lead of this one, but not all of them. But with a big enough name, they'll just put and so like at the very end of it, and it'll be like a big name. So
well, that was Mickey Rourke in this one. It was like and Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
kind of weird, but Brian, what are you gonna go for?
I enjoy Expendables, but I had a lot of fun with Machete. It's a great exploitation film, sort of like the 70s. It's a good sort of spin-off movie for Spike Lee's film because of Machete's character. And plus, I'm also going to see DJO next month at the convention, so probably touch him there. Machete.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, no, to me, the and credit is very similar to when someone is built in TV shows like special guest star versus guest star.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I mean, I like the Expendables. It's a lot of fun, but Machete is just one of those movies that I saw a trailer for. It's like, yeah, this looks like bad. I didn't watch it for a while, but I got around to watching it with something. I can't remember what it was, but it was a lot of fun. So I'm going to go Machete.
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I was glad to see. It took a long time, but to see Danny Trejo finally get like a leading role, and oddly enough, coming out of a fake trailer for Grindhouse, you know, it being like a fake 3-minute trailer that became like a real movie. Apparently we're getting the same thing where that Eli Roth's finally making that Thanksgiving movie that was a fake trailer in the Grindhouse thing as well.
Okay.
And he's finally making that. I don't know if it's coming out this year or next year. But yeah, we're gonna get that as well. But yeah, I think for Danny Trejo's sake and for him getting a lead role, I'll go with Machete. Sure.
Yeah, and I'm just not a huge Expendables guy. Like I watched that for the first time like 6 months ago. I watched 1 and 2, and then I was like, I'm good. I don't even care to go to the third one. I'm like, didn't really do much for me. But a Machete effing rules. This movie's awesome. I just like the way that it doesn't take itself too seriously, and it kind of it's almost like a spoof in a lot of ways on a lot of action tropes, and you get to see Lindsay Lohan naked. You get some good Jessica Alba side boob. You get you get that kind of stuff in there. Plus, you just get a really cool cast of characters that are all kind of fit together. Even Robert De Niro, you can tell he's having some fun playing like a senator with like a goofy accent or something. Even your favorite Austin, Michelle Rodriguez, I like her in this. So, yeah.
I didn't.
It was me
that was Richie.
Oh, it was Richie. Okay, so Richie, yeah, you're the one that had
yeah, no, she's
okay,
fine.
yeah. So, and she's pretty hot in this too. So I'll go with a Machete. She's not nude, but she's still hot. Chris, yeah,
you're muted.
Muted.
Chris, you're muted.
Okay, sorry. So I like the Expendables movies. I think they're a lot of fun. I like they don't take themselves too seriously. Neither does Machete, but I definitely enjoy it a lot more. I saw it actually on the big screen, and I love it. I think it's a hell of a lot of fun. I would definitely vote for that.
Yeah, so be Machete.
Yep.
Fast 5 up against the social
media. No.
Poor Brian.
We'll see.
What happened with the randomizer?
That's what you get.
Yeah. No, it's not like you have any control over it. No.
Yeah.
But
Malcolm, of course, it's me for a hard match. Social Network is a great movie, but Fast 5 is a one trade. It's a lot of fun. My favorite Fast and Furious film is such a good action movie. Trade 10, so Fast 5 for me.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say here?
Yeah, I like Fast 5. It's a lot of fun, but Social Network is just a really good movie. And Yeah, it's one of those ones like when they announced they're making a movie about Facebook, it was like, why? But it turned out like it's really interesting story, very similar to The Founder in a lot of ways, like with the whole stealing ideas and all that. But so I'm gonna go Social Network.
Yeah. Austin, what do you got?
I'll flip flop what Brian said. Fast 5 is a great movie, but Social Network's in my 128, and Fast 5 is my third favorite Fast and Furious movie, but Social Network is my first favorite David Fincher movie. So yeah, that's going to be my logic for this one. So I got to go Social Network.
Yeah, well, I'll take what you said, Austin, and what Brian said, and put them together. They're both in my 128. So, and so it makes it hard, but I think they have the Social Network ranked a lot higher. It kind of makes me sad, but to not be able to vote for Fast 5. But yeah, David Fincher's become my number 3. I have my top 3 directors in order. So Taika Waititi, Mel Brooks, and then David Fincher. After that, I'm not sure, but it's those 3. So I'm always gonna vote for a Fincher movie, and also just. Like, give me all the movies that you have about, like, the makings of companies and how they came together and, like, all those stuff. They've been really good recently. I was watching a podcast. I was watching Whiskey Ginger, Andrew Santino's podcast. He had Kyle Dunnigan on, and he was talking about how he's going to be in a Kellogg's movie about Pop-Tarts, like the guy who invented Pop-Tarts. But then they're talking about a second one because Andrew got a script for the second one. And there's going to be another Kellogg's movie about the Kellogg brothers, how, like, there's a feud between them. And one of the brothers was like trying to steal the recipe for like the cornflakes and some of the earlier stuff for Kellogg's and like put their name on it. So that sounds good. But here I'll vote for the Social Network. All right. But Chris, what do you say?
So I
muted one. Oh, there you go.
So I like the Social Network, but I don't love it. I don't know. I remember seeing it in theaters, and like I said, I thought it was all right. And I think maybe it's because I kind of hadn't seen it, and then I heard all kinds of amazing things about it. So that might have inflated a little bit for me. So, but for that reason, I got to give it to Fast 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that movie sounds awesome. You were talking about, Jordan.
Yeah, right. That'll be good. But yeah, Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, Fast 5 is one of the better Fast sequels. But yes, Social Network is one of the my favorite David Fincher movies. One of the best written movies I've seen. There's everything about it. I know it's one. I think it's won a tournament here, but like I can't vote against it whenever it comes up. So I'll go Social Network. And this 4-way match on SmackDown is really good, by the way. It's Butch Pete Dunne, Santos Escobar, Grayson Waller, and AJ Styles, and it's really good.
So you got to pull for your countryman, Grayson Waller, right?
Yeah, I do. He's really good. But anyway,
all right.
He does Austin Theory's gimmick better than Austin Theory does. Anyway. So yeah.
Well, Malcolm, 4-2 for the Social Network. Sorry, Fast 5. It's going to get the bump.
Yeah, but
yeah.
But
I wonder what a David Fincher directed Fast and the Furious movie would look like.
It'd have a better script. That's for damn sure.
The Social Network has one of the best trailers too, with that Radiohead song. And
it would have a really good score too. Like Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross would do it.
They get really deep into what family really means.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All right, Malcolm, go in the distance and exit through the gift shop.
Oh shoot, I forgot. I haven't seen Going the Distance either. Shit. There's another one that I meant to watch. Yeah. But anyways, Malcolm.
Going the Distance is a really good like rom-com about like long distance dating and all that. But Exit Through the Gift Shop is a very interesting documentary about Banksy and sort of what he means by doing his whole street art and all that. And I think it's just a really good documentary. So I'm going to go Exit Through the Gift Shop.
Yeah. Austin.
I haven't seen Going the Distance either. I would say, I might have watched it for this, but I literally had no time to watch anything this week because I was catching up with theater stuff this week from my vacation. So I haven't had time to watch anything. But yeah, I did see Exit Through the Gift Shop in the theaters when it came out, and yeah, it's a really, really solid documentary. It's a good time if you haven't seen it. So I'll say Exit Through the Gift Shop.
Yeah, so I actually haven't seen either of these. So, but they both sound good. I watched a different Justin Long movie though for this that we'll talk about coming up. But yeah, like I think that they both sound really good, but Exit to the Gift Shop probably intrigues me a little more, so I'll vote for that. If it's about Banksy, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Chris, what do you say?
So I have not seen Going the Distance, but just because I have been to England and I have seen a lot of amazing Banksy pieces in person, and especially I was kind of looking at it to see what it was about, but I've always thought he was pretty interesting, considering we don't exactly know who he is. So I'm going to go with Exit to the Gift Shop.
Good.
Yeah, sounds good. Richie, what do you got?
Sorry, it looked like Mason Wall was about to win.
Oh.
No, he just got pinned by Santos Escobar. Fuck
Oh.
you. Damn it, it's fucking bullshit. Australia anyway, bloody LWO. Anyway, cool. Go the distance, pretty funny, pretty good. I think this is where Drew met Justin Long, right? I think that's when they started their relationship. That lasted for a while.
The distance for real.
For a while, and I think they're still pretty good friends. And it's got a good like side performance there by Jason Sudeikis for one of the first times I saw him, other than Saturday Night Live, and he's pretty funny in this movie. Extra the Gift Shop though, it's a really solid documentary. And I don't feel like we get much docos on here much, so I'll go Extra the Gift Shop.
Okay.
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah, Going This is a good little rom-com, but I quite enjoy Going Exit to the Gift Shop. It's great thing to learn about street art, Banksy. Here's some stories about him, Shepherd's Ferry as well. So I'm gonna go Exit to the Gift Shop.
Yeah, so it'll be Exit to the Gift Shop.
Well, if it makes it to the Elite Eight here, Jordan, you still have time to watch it then.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Move out for Prince Persia Sands of Time up against Kick-Ass.
Oh, come on. This is easy.
Kick-Ass.
Yeah, is anybody going to vote for Prince of Persia over Kick-Ass? Like, really? Even Chris?
It's a bad video game.
No, Kick-Ass rules.
With a white guy playing in the chip.
Yeah, Kick-Ass is amazing, and A Prince of Persia is horrible.
Well, probably none of us hated it as much as Chris Diaz did. He's like, that thing's a fucking like the worst movie ever made. It makes me angry. I'm like, it's not the worst, but it's bad.
Kick-Ass is like a contender to win the tournament for me in my book. So that's that good.
Yeah.
Gruber and 21 Jump Street.
Two little comedies.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, I'm up for man. This is interesting because MacGruber is really underrated. It's a really fun movie. Every time I go back to it, it kind of gets better. And there's a whole lot of wrestlers in it that don't make it.
Yeah.
All
die in a car.
A whole bunch of them is fun. And 21 Jump Street is really, really good. So this can be close. I think in this case I might root for the underdog here. I'm gonna go MacGruber. So
yeah, well, I'm a huge MacGruber fan. I still need to go watch that MacGruber series over on Peacock because I heard that's
it's
a lot
not as good.
Yeah, I heard it's not as good, but it still has the vibes of the movie. Whatever.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, 21 Jump Street though. That's in my 128, both 21 and 22. So these movies are awesome, and some of the best chemistry from these two guys, Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill. So, and then throw in an Ice Cube, like it's pretty awesome. So I'll go 21 Jump Street. Chris, what do you say?
This is also tough for me because I really do like both these movies, and I feel like MacGruber, I don't feel it gets enough love. Like, I love this movie, and I feel like 21 Jump Street is incredible. Like, I had a great time in the theaters, but you know what? I'm going to give it to some love as well to the underdog. I think that's a solid way to look at it. So I'm going to go to MacGruber. Yeah.
All right. Richie, what are you going to go for?
MacGruber's a solid SNL movie, and it's a solid movie all around. Yeah, I think Wolf Forte is almost like born to play MacGruber. He's great. Sort of a good comeback rocker on Philippe or Felipe, whatever the hell. I don't think it's ever really established how you pronounce his name. But it's really fun. But yeah, out of these, I want to just have I like a bit more is 21 Jump Street. I think it's just a bit more quotable, and it was kind of a career turning point for Channing Tatum, who was perceived as boring before this, and then he wrote, "Oh, this guy's after this, like, oh, this guy has comedic chops, and this guy has really good chemistry with Jonah Hill." So so I'll go I'll go 21 Jump Street.
Yeah. Brian, what do you say?
I mean, you could do a whole tournament based on SNL stars and different films. That could be like a good tournament for that. But
Totally.
this match, MacGruber is a lot of fun. One of the last SNL movies, but Taylor Jump Street, a big surprise for me. I didn't know, people didn't know that Channing Tatum could do comedy. He was like more the step up guy or the she's the man guy. But he paired with Jonah Hill, who had a good year for Moneyball, and some great comedy. So Taylor Jump Street.
Yeah, and Malcolm, what would you say?
Yeah, I enjoy 21 Jump Street. I think it's good, but yeah, MacGruber is a movie that I didn't know I would like as much as I did. It's just a lot of fun. And with not really being that familiar with the SNL skits, and that was it actually doesn't air in New Zealand. And I just thought it was a lot of fun and enjoyed it a lot. So I'm gonna go MacGruber.
Oh,
it's a tie, and we start our tie-breaking process at the bottom. We rotate the tie-breaking vote. Chris, Casablanca will have the tie-breaking
MacGruber, baby.
Ooh,
Push
okay.
through.
MacGruber.
Yeah.
MacGruber.
He MacGrubered his way into making it out of the first round. So there you go.
Right.
yeah.
And that being said,
There'd be a whole sketch about that, maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
True Grit, the remake, and The Help. Jordan.
It's me first. This one's interesting. Probably I don't love the True Grit remake. I like it. I really like Haley Steinfeld. That's like my stand-up for the movie. But The Help is just really good and really powerful, and it's got some really great performances from Viola Davis and
Octavia Spencer.
Octavia Spencer. That's who I was trying to think of. Yeah, Octavia Spencer. Emma Stone's pretty decent. So I'll go with The Help, I think. So, Chris, what do you say?
So I'm going to roll out with my first hot take of the night, guys. I think you're really surprised. So I hate True Grit, the remake. Piece of shit.
Okay.
But The Help is a great film. Absolutely phenomenal film. So I got to go with that one.
Yeah, True Grit. I didn't like it the first time I saw it, but it's slowly growing on me. But Richie,
True Grit it's really good. It's probably better than the original movie.
Chris isn't a Coen Brothers fan. He's not.
I'm not either, but I love True Grit.
Fargo too.
And The Help is good. This is romantic of me, but I get confused between Viola Davis and Octavia Spencer. So when they're both in a movie, I'm like, I get what you like. But it's really good, and sort of kind of as a breakout for Emma Stone to say, hey, I'm actually very kind of really good actress. It is pretty good. But True Grit's more my speed, so True Grit.
Yeah. Brian, what do you say?
Yeah, True Grit's a good remake, but I cried during The Help a lot. It's a great sort of biopic type movie. Great performance by Octavia Spencer, Viola Davis. U.S. Spark, U.S. Kai, U.S. Porton. So The Help.
Yeah, right. Malcolm, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, this is I do like The Help a lot. I think it's a really good movie. And I'm not a big Western guy. That's not a genre I gel with a lot. I've a lot of the Westerns I've seen, I just thought really slow. But I haven't seen a lot of Westerns either. But one of these days I do intend to actually watching the original True Grit just to compare the remake and that. But that being said, I really love the remake. So I'm gonna go True Grit.
Yeah. Well, Austin?
Yeah, I think The Help is good, but I've never gone back to watch it since I saw it in the theater. As opposed to True Grit is, I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite Coen Brothers, but it is a really good western. I love westerns, and True Grit's definitely my speed. It's an improvement over the original, for sure. And I think it's really solid around. So I'm also going to go True Grit. So that actually ties it up, and we go to Richie. Actually, if you can hear me. Richie, you got to come back and do a tiebreaker.
Sorry, LA Knight's on my screen, so
Oh, you got to watch LA Knight. Yeah,
he's captivated. Saga Chris, True Grit.
Okay,
True Grit. Okay.
No train film bites the dust.
Yeah.
Rooster Cogburn.
Hot Tub Time Machine up against Tron Legacy.
All right.
Okay.
So we're back down to Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
So when you're gonna go.
So I really like Hot Tub Time Machine. I think it's a lot of fun, but Tron Legacy is absolutely awesome. Such a great movie. Phenomenal writing, and I just love how they sort of carry the movie forward, yet tie it back to the original. It's a perfect film. Absolutely Tron Legacy.
Yeah. Richie, what do you say?
I think people have come around to Tron Legacy since it came out. People that I think when it came out, people like, this is bullshit. But I think people have come to like it since then. Obviously the soundtrack's really good, with the Daft Punk and stuff.
Yeah.
And, it's gonna be the sequel's gonna be interesting after all this time. See how it works out. It is a good movie. But I really dig Hot Tub Time Machine. It's a dumb premise, but I think it works. It's really funny. Sequel's not as good, but it still has its moments. But Hot Tub Time Machine is really fun. I actually don't mind if Tron Legacy goes through, but I have a soft spot with Hot Tub Time Machine, so I'm gonna go Hot Tub Time Machine.
Okay.
Yeah. Brian.
Yeah. Tron Legacy is a very good sequel to the first one. Great score by Daft Punk, some great visuals, but I have to agree with you. I really did love Hot Tub Time Machine. Great little comedy from Trey 10. You get some surprise cameos. You get the Chevy Chase out the repairman. You get Billy Zabka. You get Chris McGlover. You get Sebastian Stan there. I quite enjoyed the comedy there. So Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, Hot Tub Time Machine is a lot of fun. I don't like Tron Legacy as much as everyone else. I still think it's a good movie though. I still prefer the original Tron over Tron Legacy. But Tron Ares is going to be interesting because they've just added like the guy who's the lead from Jedi Survivor and into this movie now.
Okay.
So but I'm still going to go Tron Legacy over Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, this is tougher than you might think because I think Hot Tub Time Machine is a really solid comedy. I think it works. We talked about how this is around the time like Clark Duke was in everything, and then he's kind of disappeared from now. But I'm a giant fan of Tron Legacy as well. I really like that movie, and it got kind of unfairly shitted on, like really when it came out. And I think people will come around to it. And I'd love to see a 4K of this because I have the Blu-ray. But I'd really like them to upgrade this to 4K at some point. So I think it looked great. I love Tron Legacy. I'll go with that. And Joseph Kosinski directed it, who did Top Gun Maverick. So he's done good things.
And Oblivion as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna shout out Alec Miller in the chat. I didn't see it right away when he posted about MacGruber 21 Jump Street. But I wanted to just shout him out because he's going to be in a couple episodes coming up. He'll be next week and the week after. So I got him down for some episodes. So all right. What's up? But I'm a big fan of Tron Legacy. I will say that the weakest part is the writing in it. I think that like especially when they're in the grid, they could have done a whole lot more things. It looked really cool. Like the special effects are awesome. I love the light cycle battles and like when they're throwing blades at each other and like some of the cool vehicles, and I love it the way that D-Age on spacing on his
Jeff
name.
Bridges.
Jeff Bridges. How he looks, I think that it almost looks like a whole different character, and it looks cool. And I definitely think that's better than the original one. Because go back and watch the original one; it's kind of boring. I don't know, like it just. To me, it doesn't hold up, but this one does, and the soundtrack's awesome. Like, go check out Tron Reconfigured, that album if you haven't heard it yet. That's one that I have in my
really
workout mix. Yeah, it's really good. and Hot Tub Time Machine is fun. I mean, it's there's a lot of fun to be had. But funny enough, I've heard a lot of people say that a movie's real. Well, I've heard them say about both these movies that they're really good and also really stupid. I've heard both arguments. So, but for me, I'm leaning more towards Tron Legacy. I'll go with that.
All right, Tron Legacy pulls through.
Yeah.
The Chris Volley or
Yes.
Yeah.
You voted first.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's the first side. So moving right along with this bracket. And
Joseph Krasinski's had a weird, has an interesting weird career if you guys with filmography. So I watched what movie it was recently, that movie Spiderhead with Chris Hemsworth and Miles Teller, that weird movie that came out. That movie sucks. So, anyway, it's weird how
it's weird because like he mostly did good movies with Tron, and Oblivion's a kind of an underrated good movie, and Top Gun Maverick's good, but he's got a couple of weird ones in there, like that Only the Brave, like kind of weird movie. Josh Brolin, about like the firefighters. It's like it's a strange one, but I mean, it's I mean it's an interesting. Maybe he'll bounce back. I mean, maybe he struck some gold with Top Gun Maverick, and maybe he might have already done Spiderhead. Maybe he was just sitting on the
he had already done Spiderhead. They came out the same year.
So maybe he just had that in the can, and they just had to put it out there. Like, who knows?
The next movie is going to be Apple TV, which will Brad Pitt about it's like a Formula 1 driver movie.
Oh, Formula 1 movie? That should be good with Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
That'd be a good movie.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But here we got the other guys versus Fright Night.
So. This be hard. This is kind of hard.
This one is,
Well, Richie, it's kind of hard, so go first.
So,
a brief reprieve.
Okay, Fright Night's a great remake. We've talked about on good remakes. It's I've been in the original, even though I like the original as well. I think everybody brings it here. Anton Yelchin, RP, really good. David Tim's having a lot of fun. Colin Farrell's having a lot of fun. Christopher Mintz-Plasse in the small roles, having a lot of fun. But I love the other guys. Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell have great chemistry. I think they're better here than Daddy's Home. And I wish this movie got a sequel. I really wish this movie got a sequel. And I love the cameo from Samuel Jackson and The Rock, especially. I just love the chemistry. Like the running joke with Eva Mendes. It's really tough. I don't mind if it goes through. I'll go the other guys, but if Fright Night goes through, that is fine with me. But I'll go the other guys.
Yeah, sounds good. Brian, what do you say?
Yeah, other guys was my favorite colleagues of Trey Ted. I love the chemistry between Wahlberg and Farrell. Some great quotes. I would peak on "Gotta Be Fine." Mark Keaton's great comedian there. Steve Coogan as the banker, the whole sequence, like the good cop, bad cop, when getting the tickets to the Knicks, and Crayback getting the tickets to Jersey Boys or Mamma Mia, and the cucumber water sequence, so hilarious. So I'm gonna go other guy. I'll just laugh.
Okay. Yeah, bad cop. Yeah, that's a good scene. But Malcolm, what do you say?
I mean, I enjoy the other guys. I do think it's a really good comedy. And I think if they did a legacy sequel now, I think the police can be quoting either Taylor Swift or Beyonce now instead of TLC. But I'm actually gonna go Fright Night. I have a lot of fun with it. So Fright Night.
Yeah, that'd be weird to have him walking around quoting Taylor Swift. but Austin.
Yeah, it's interesting because I like the other guys a lot, and I watched it recently, but I've only seen it like twice. I had seen it initially in theaters and just watched it again fairly recently. But man, that Friday Night movie, I've watched it 4 or 5 times. I really, really like it. And I actually have the Blu-ray of it. I had never bought it on physical, and I've got the Blu-ray sitting on my table. I just got it in the mail the other day. I just haven't opened it yet. It's like $5 on Amazon or something. So I'm actually going to go Fright Night on this one. I really like that movie.
Yeah, so the other guys is really, really good. Like it's hilarious. Like I think it's one of the better Will Ferrell comedies because like both Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg, I like most of what they do, but they both have done their fair share of stinkers. So it just depends. But
and Richie, Paul Heyman did get super kicked, by the way. I guess I missed that because it's all over the Reddit right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he just it wasn't very clean. Like. He got up
from it. I would have thought like a guy that nice.
yeah, so I like the other guys, but Fright Night is just one I want to champion because this movie just blew me away when I saw it. And if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out because like I miss Anton Yelchin. I thought he was a great actor, and it's sad that he died way too young. And then you throw in like Colin Farrell, obviously, Chris Mintz-Plasse, Toni Collette. I mean, David Tennant. Like they're all really solid in this. So yeah, and I don't know if you ever get a chance to see it in a 3D, but if you do, see it because the 3D was really good in it. So I'll go with Fright Night. And usually I don't advocate for a 3D. For the most part, it gives me a headache. But the 3D was good in that one. But Chris, what do you say?
I really like the other guys. I think it's hilarious. But man, I agree. And of course, I saw this movie with you in theaters. But
Yeah, that's right.
That a 3D blew me away, and it's just a phenomenal remake. And Colin Farrell sort of stepping into that role was incredible. I mean, all around solid cast. So I'm gonna definitely go for Fright Night as well.
Yeah.
Fix it.
To be Fright Night.
Yep.
Right.
Next up, we've got Youth and Revolt up against Love and Other Drugs.
So we're like a romantic matchup.
Yeah. So it'll be Brian first.
Yeah, Love and Other Drugs is a very good film with. I think Baker Wolf or Josh Gad, I believe, is one of his first movies. But Youth and Revolt surprised me. It's a good little rom-com with a cool romantic Germany with Michael Cera playing that he's going to play two characters in the film. So you get some great characters with Buscemi with the thing radio. You get Emma Walsh in there making an appearance. Not just a long movie. So I'm going to go Youth and Revolt.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I was going to catch up on the movies I hadn't seen for this. I never did. And I mean, Youth and Revolt was top of my list to go try and check it out, but it's like I didn't have time. I had other things I wanted to watch. But I'm going to go Love and Other Drugs. I do think it's a really good movie, and I think Anne Hathaway is good in it. So Love and Other Drugs.
Yeah. Austin, what do you?
Yeah, I haven't seen Youth and Revolt either. That's one I just missed when it came out, and I just thought it looked kind of stupid. I just never got around to it. It's been a long time since I've seen Love and Other Drugs. I've seen it once. I thought it was all right when it came out, so I'll vote for it for now. Probably won't go very far with me, but I'll say Love and Other Drugs.
Yeah, so this is the other Justin Long movie that I was talking about because he's in this. I just watched Youth and Revolt for the first time today for this. He's only had enough time to watch one, so I watched that one. And I also haven't seen Love and Other Drugs since I saw it in theaters, so it's been a long time. But Youth and Revolt is actually really, really good. They've got a lot of just like peak awkward, kind of quirky Michael Cera, just almost even like Napoleon Dynamite sort of vibes, which I really dig. And the girl that he becomes infatuated with, played by Portia Doubleday. Like I would probably be the same exact way. I'd be infatuated with that girl too, because she's really cute and comes off like pretty attractive in the movie, I'll say. But and then there's even some like pretty good comedy from like Steve Buscemi. Ray Liotta's pretty funny in it. Fred Willard and Gene Smart, like those are the other stand-up. That's Zach Galifianakis and Justin Long, but like I didn't like love Zach Galifianakis, and then Justin Long doesn't show up till like over halfway through the movie. But the movie's good though. I would definitely recommend it if you haven't seen it. Like it looks kind of weird and kind of like Austin said, kind of stupid from the trailers, but I actually really liked it. Like it's actually really good. So yeah, I'll go Youth and Revolt. Chris, what do you say?
So between the two movies, I mean, I know I've kind of been a little hard on Love and Other Drugs. I think it's all right. But based on what you were talking about, I think I'd probably lean more towards Youth and Revolt. Yeah,
I bet you would.
Yeah.
You really like it. Like he does a like cool thing where he has like an alternate personality, and it's like like bad boy inside of him coming out, which is kind of cool. So
That sounds really cool. I'll
Wow,
definitely.
sounds like they already made that movie called Me, Myself, and Irene.
Sort of, but they do it differently than what that because he's like playing dual roles on screen, kind of like that are like on screen at the exact same time talking to each other. So, but Richie, what do you say here?
Yeah, I vaguely remember like about the drugs was mismarketed because it's like you like think, and especially even the post you think, romantic comedy kind of thing. And
Yeah,
it is sort of, but like, it's also a bit more depressing, like, and Hathaway's character's got like Parkinson's and shit, and she's like kind of suffering from that, and it's very quite it's a bit more dramatic, but it's a really solid, it's a solid film, pretty actually quite underrated. And Youth in Revolt, I did like it. It is very weird. And with Portia Day and a few other people, it is weird. I don't know if I'll go back to it, so I'd probably go Love and Other Drugs.
Yeah, it's kind of like you have to kind of be into that sort of thing. Like if it's not your bag, it's not going to be your bag. But if it is, then you'll really like it. Yeah.
That's another tie to Brian.
Youth in Revolt.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay.
You've got Toy Story 3 up against How to Train Your Dragon, a rematch
really?
from Part 2.
Yeah, you're the same match. Yeah.
Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I like both of these movies, and I would have liked to see both of them move on, but the Red Modder just didn't want that to happen. But I'm actually in the middle of rewatching the Toy Story franchise at the moment. I haven't actually got around to rewatching 3 just yet, but I still really love How to Train Your Dragon. I think it's a really good anime movie, so I'm going to go How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, Austin.
This was not as hard for me. I'm way more invested in the Toy Story franchise than the How to Train Your Dragon franchise. I've seen the How to Train Your Dragon movies once. I've seen the Toy Story movies dozens of times, and that Toy Story 3 is still the best one as of right now. So Toy Story 3 for me.
Yeah, I'm also the same way. I think that How to Train Your Dragon is a tad overrated. Not much, but just like a tad. Always makes me think of like Dumb and Dumber. A tad, Lloyd. A tad. But Toy Story 3, it is awesome. We've already talked about it probably ad nauseum, but it's because it deserves to be in all these tournaments because it's that good, and it's the best of the franchise in my opinion. So I'll go Toy Story 3. Chris, what do you say?
So I like the other Toy Story movies, and I think 3 is all right. I don't think it is the strongest one of the franchise, though. And I know that, But as far as the How to Train Your Dragon movies, I was very late to these movies. I was like, why am I going to watch these children's movies? But I watched them and they blew me away. I think solid, amazing writing, and the art's incredible. The voice cast is solid. It's just all around just a incredible movie and incredible franchise. So I got to go with How to Train Your Dragon.
Well, it kind of makes sense because How to Train Your Dragon really appeals to like pet lovers. So like Malcolm's a dog guy, and then Chris is a cat guy. I know. So it like appeals to all that. So, but
meanwhile, you're like,
Richie,
no, that's animals.
No, I like animals. I just don't have a pet. So, but Richie.
Yeah, I'm more a Toy Story guy than How to Train Your Dragon. I just connect to them more maybe because I grew up with them. Toy Story 3 is the best one. I do come around. I do probably do. Toy Story 2 is sort of up there as well for me. But they're all up there, except for Toy Story 4. No offense, Toy Story 4, it's good, but
unnecessary movie.
Yeah, unnecessary but good.
And well, you want to talk about unnecessary movie? Toy Story 5. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Toy Story 3 I think is an all-timer, so I can't go past Toy Story 3. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Brian, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the first How to Train Your Dragon film, but I love Toy Story 3 a lot. It's one of the best, my second favorite of the franchise. So you got some good additions to the cast. You got like Ken and Barbie in there, voiced by Keaton Joy Benson. Even the whole incinerator scene, we didn't cry once for that scene or the ending. It's such an emotional scene. It was also nominated for Best Picture as well, so I'm gonna go Toy Story 3 for my second favorite Toy Story film.
Yeah. So Toy Story 3. But yeah, I just worry about the future of Disney. I worry about them. So they're not what they used to be.
Barney's version up against Inception.
All right. I believe it's Austin first.
Yeah, I don't know what Barney's version is.
Okay.
How did it? What?
Well, like JPO and some other people really advocated for it on the other episodes. They're saying it's better than Sideways.
It's no Inception, which I've watched 20 times. So Inception.
Yeah. I've also had never even heard of it before this tournament, but then we got here and like all the people on the first couple episodes were really advocating for it. They're saying that Paul Giamatti gives a better performance than Sideways, which is hard to believe for me. But so I haven't seen it, but yeah, Inception is awesome. It kind of like I've seen it about 6 times, and I'm not really like feeling like I'm like excited to go back anytime soon. So it might be a while before I do, but I do really like it. So I'll go Inception. But Chris.
So I've never seen Barney's version, but if it's anything like Sideways, no, thank you.
Yeah, I figured that's not a
but
movie
as far
for
as
you.
Inception goes, yeah, and Inception is an incredible film. I gotta definitely go with that one.
Yeah, Richie.
I do know what Barney's version is, but yeah, I haven't heard about it in a long time. I'd forgotten about it, but yeah, like it's probably it got a raw deal here with going up against Inception. It's got no chance.
Yeah.
Got no chance. So, Inception, one of the not only one of the best of this year, one of the best of that decade. So, Inception.
Yeah. Brian, what do you say?
Yeah, in case you wonder how it got the championship, it beat out 127 hours to get here.
Oh yeah,
I'm sorry,
crazy.
Yeah,
What?
I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
I caught pieces of the episode, but I wasn't on it. But Jesus, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Inception as well for this one. My second favorite Nolan. I enjoyed Barney version a little bit. It features some of hotel there in Montreal, but Inception's been the better movie. So Inception.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I completely forgot it. It took out 127 hours. So, I mean, even though I wasn't going to vote for it, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Inception, Justice for 127 hours.
How did is King's Speech in here somewhere? How did the Best Picture winner
lost?
Yeah, lost.
So another case of the Best Picture winner not even making the championship episode.
Yeah, that's what.
Look, I mean, we historically, I'm not a fan either, but of those costume sort of things. But King's Speech is decent.
King's Speech it's not like one of those period piece ballroom dancing bullshit movies. Yeah, it's actually like just a story about a dude trying to get over his speech impediment. Like, it's,
right.
It's good.
Yeah, I think really well against Inception movie. That's why.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I think Inception went up against King's Speech. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I vote for Inception as well. But yeah, that's
yeah.
No, it's just funny that the Best Picture winners just don't fare well in a lot of these tournaments. So I gotta look up what won Best Picture for the 2009 movies to see how it's gonna do.
District 9, I believe.
No,
District 9 didn't win Best Picture.
Oh.
No.
Hurt Locker.
No.
Oh, Hurt Locker. Yeah, that's
Hurt Locker. Yeah.
Hurt Locker.
Yeah.
That one might do okay. We'll see.
Yeah.
What it goes up against.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, great!
I like
Avatar will be in the next tournament. Is everybody excited?
No.
Oh, here you go, Chris.
The Town.
The Town, the one you love.
It's Tangled.
That's a good matchup.
All right.
And I think
Jordan.
it's me.
Yeah,
this matchup is good because I actually love Tangled. Like, I'm not a huge animated guy, but I'm kind of like middle of the road on animation. And I think Tangled's really good. I mean, there's just some things that kind of hit close to home. Like my sister's been compared to Tangle because she has hair down like past her butt, so people call her Rapunzel. And then I've sent up some of those those lanterns that they do at the end for someone that I dated who died of cancer. So we got to do it in her honor. So that was cool. But the town, man, the town is so good. The town is a great movie directed by Ben Affleck, and yeah, it has like one of the best heist scenes that's like right up there with Heat, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the town. Chris, what do you say?
Town should never have been made. I'll leave it at that. Tangled is great.
It should have been nominated for Best Picture.
Nope, it should never have been made.
What? Well,
I'd go
that's
back
weird.
in history.
Why?
I would have it.
Well, I don't understand why you hate for the town out of all the things.
It is painful.
Yeah, why?
I saw it in theaters. Like it had solid setups, and then kind of went nowhere. It was slow as hell. Just dumb shit they did. Yeah.
I feel like you know
I
what's
don't
in
want to
the
make
movie.
this into just an episode where Chris hates on the town.
I think you're
forever
talking about like Prince of Persia or something. You're not talking about the town. I think you're confusing the movie. Yeah.
No,
you're thinking of Assault on Precinct 13, the remake, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking?
No, I like. Yeah, it is painful. I watched this in theaters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no worries. To each his own. Richie, what do you say?
I don't find this movie a slow movie at all. I think a town is great. I think it moves at a decent pace. I think everybody brings it. I think it's the best Blake Lively performance. I think she's pretty damn good in this movie. Maybe it's between that and like A Simple Favor as her best performance. But yeah, I think this just narrowly beats it. It's really good, and it's a solid Ben Affleck directed movie. Tangled is good. I do like it as an animation movie. It is pretty good. I can't vote for it over the town rules. So yeah, the town.
Yeah, and what I heard when the town came out, it was known to be one of the movies with the most F-bombs before Wolf of Wall Street came around. But just using those like Boston accents was an excuse to say like F this, F that, F whatever. I'm not gonna try and do a Boston accent because I suck at it. But,
maybe I'll do a tangent real quick. I want to look at the top 10 movies with the most F-bombs real quick when we get to make
The town might be there. I mean, I feel like I saw it.
South Park the movie.
I'll reveal in a second. I think I've got the Wikipedia page, so we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Brian.
Yeah, for me, I enjoyed the town a lot. I saw it for the first time this year, but Tangled is very underrated for Disney. It's the first foray to CG animation. The voice casting is great with you guys, Zachary Levi and many more as two main characters, perfect chemistry. Some great music with I Feel Light, Have a Dream, Where Will I Begin. I quite enjoy a lot of Tangled to show some love.
Yeah.
The town's not even close. Number 145.
Oh wow, dang.
Yeah.
Well, it's at least in the top 200.
Yeah.
but or like 150. But Malcolm.
Yeah. I don't think Tangled was Disney's first foray into 3D because they had Bolt before this.
I'm talking about the newer decade, I'm saying.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, I like Tangled. I think it's a really good movie. But I'm going to give my vote to the movie out of these two that was Oscar nominated, and that's The Town.
Yeah. Sounds good. Austin?
Yeah, I've seen Tangled once, haven't gone back to it. Not really the animated guy. And The Town is fantastic. One of Ben Affleck's best movies. It's a great movie. Great heist stuff. Great performances. Jeremy Renner's awesome in that movie. Yeah, Blake Lively's great. Ben Affleck's good in that movie. Everybody's good in that movie. And rest in peace, Pete Postlethwaite, one of his last movies. So, The Town. All right, so...
Yeah,
the top 10. Number 10, Straight Outta Compton, 392.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow. Number 9, Alpha Dog, 395.
Okay.
Number 8, Casino, 422.
Yep, tracks.
Number 7, Nil by Mouth, 428.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that is, but yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, it's got Richie Grant. It's a British movie, Richie Grant.
Oh, okay. Number 6, Summer of Sam from '99 with 435.
Yeah.
Number 5, The Outpost, a fairly recent movie. I don't know what that is for 445. Number 4, Uncut Gems, 560.
Really?
Yeah.
Uncut Gems. I didn't even notice them.
Yeah, quite a few. Number 3, The Wolf of Wall Street, 569. I remember it set a record at the time. And number 2, or 2 and 1 are interesting. Number 2 is a documentary called Fuck, which explores the word.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, I've seen it.
So it has 800.
Is that the one with Nick Cage talking about swear words?
No, that's a TV show. This is one. This is a documentary. It's got like with Billy Connolly. It's got a few other.
Yeah. So it's
okay.
A documentary about the word has 857 uses of the word. So yeah. And number 1 is a Canadian independent film by the Trailer Park Boys guys called Swearnet the Movie, with 935 F words, with an average. It's 112 minutes long, and it has an average rate of 8 F words per minute. So
what?
Where's South Park ranking on this?
South Park.
I don't know if it's doing all
Man, I'm scrolling. Not in the top 30, not in the top 40, not in the top 50.
Wow.
No. I'll have to let you know when I get to it because I don't see it yet. So, yeah.
But yeah,
well, just for F-bombs though, not for swearing in general.
The town,
even though I'm pretty sure that's how it went. It was the town that moved on, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think though, Chris, me and you kind of flip flop because I don't love Argo, but I know you're.
I like Argo a lot.
Of Argo, but I love the town. So
I like Argo.
I don't know. It only goes up to 165. I do not see South Park on there, so it has been eclipsed since that time. So yeah, maybe at one point it was, but not.
We've got Let Me In up against The Fighter.
All right, Chris.
I have not seen Let Me In, but I love The Fighter. The Fighter's a great movie. So
yeah,
I with that one.
Yeah, Richie.
Let Me In's pretty solid remake of Let the Right One In. But yeah, and Chloe Grace Moretz, like I said, tends to get drawn to these horror remakes. She's in this, she's in Carrie, she's in Suspiria. But it is really good, but Let the Right One In is still better, and The Fighter is better than Let Me In, and Fighter is great. Everybody brings it this movie. I think Christian Bale's great. Matt Wahlberg's great. It's when I first really started to pay much attention to Amy Adams. I think she's fantastic in this movie. So yeah, I'm gonna go The Fighter. And yeah, that's when Christian Bale won Best Supporting. So we technically got an Oscar winner in this.
Yeah, sounds good. Brian, what do you say?
Has to Let Me In. I enjoyed The Fighter a lot, so The Fighter.
Yeah, Austin.
Malcolm.
Oh yeah, sorry. Malcolm, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I still haven't seen Let Me In. So The Fighter.
Yeah. Now Austin.
The Martin Lawrence Run Till Dat stand-up special has 311 at number 18. That's interesting.
Oh wow! I've seen that one.
Yeah, I saw that in theaters, but it's above Goodfellas. All right.
Wow. Eddie Murphy's Raw. Huh?
Yeah, Eddie Murphy's Raw was on there somewhere. I got to see where it was.
Yeah,
I'm also gonna go The Fighter, just because I think Let the Right One In is slightly better than Let Me In, so I'll go with The Fighter. Eddie Murphy Raw is number 55 with 223.
Okay. Yeah, and I figured it'd be there, but Let the Right One In's good, but or Let Me In, I guess I should say, because what I was going to say is that if it was Let the Right One In, I'd probably vote for that over it. That movie is incredible, but this movie's good. Like I think they do a decent job, but The Fighter, I think The Fighter eclipses it. It's just really great performances all around, and they're Oscar nominated, at least Christian Bale. So I'll go with the Fighter.
Right,
I think when Christian Bale won Best Supporting Actor, that's when I already knew, but like because he does mostly American accents, I forget that he's like Welsh. So when he did a second speech, I'm like, what the fuck? You talk like that? All right.
Yeah, right. You're like, whoa, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Also, Colin Farrell too.
Richie, one of our recent favorite movies is number 80 on the list with 194. Bodies.
Really?
That's
okay.
That's funny, but Chris.
Anyways. Chris went first.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So it's clean sweep.
All right.
For the fighter.
Fighter, yeah.
Clean sweep for the fighter.
Moneyball.
Okay. Richie.
Yeah, Despicable Me is a good animated film. Like good concept. Steve Carell's really good as the villain, but yeah, and unfortunately, I don't think they realized what they were, what the Minions had become. Sort of the internet, fucking pop culture phenomenon. To the detriment. Just featuring the memes all the time. But then, obviously they should have just they're good side characters. It should be kept as side characters. But yeah, it's an entertaining movie. But yeah, I think Moneyball is a better movie. I think it made me interested in the sort of like draft day. Just made me interested in like the kind of ins and outs of of the sport of baseball. Like draft day made me interested in the ins and outs of the draft in football. So yeah, and I think it was a really good performance. It's sort of a breakout, dramatic performance from Jonah Hill. Showed him he's got dramatic chops here. A great performance from Zimmer Hoffman. Brad Pitt is really good. So yeah, I'll go Moneyball. Despicable Me is pretty good, but yes, I resent it a bit because of the Minions. But I think they just took over a life of their own with the internet. But yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. Brian.
Yeah, I enjoy Moneyball a lot. I like those movies where you don't see the whole sport top of behind the scenes aspect, like draft day type movie. But Despicable Me, I have a lot of fun with. It's good. It's a good introduction to Elimination Studios. It's a better version of Mega Man, in my opinion. Some great vocal performances. Steve Carell's voice as Gru was great. I'm not the big fan of Minions now, even though they took over Universal Studios, the whole Minion Land area. But I still could enjoy Despicable Me, so Despicable Me gets my vote.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you got?
Yeah, so just because I looked it up, apparently there's 144 F-bombs in South Park, the movie.
So yeah, nowadays that doesn't even crack it.
Because there's probably a lot of swear words in the movie, but not necessarily F-bomb.
Yeah, F-bombs. Yeah, so step up your game, South Park, and you make the list.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Despicable Me enough. I think I actually probably prefer the sequels a little bit more. But yeah, Moneyball's a really good movie, so my vote goes to Moneyball.
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah, I vote for Despicable Me a lot just because I think it's probably one of my favorites of the 2010s. I think the movie's solid, but yeah, it's going up against Moneyball, which is important because that's movie's great. So I'll say Moneyball.
Yeah, so I just wanted to just grab it. So somebody gave me this shirt about 10 years ago. That's like a Minions kind of shirt for when Despicable Me came out. I have never worn this anywhere except for to bed. If that tells you anything, I'm not going to wear it out in public. I just don't want to. But I like Despicable Me, and it's fun when I'm just like lounging around the house or something. That's all I'm really going to wear it for. So, Moneyball is awesome though. Moneyball is a really cool take on showing the inside baseball and showing all the behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, all those performances that you guys have already mentioned. It's just really, really good. So if they just need to find some way, like they did a series on HBO for basketball, that showed the Showtime Lakers. They need to do.
There's another season coming out of that, right? I just saw a preview of it just before it got on here.
But that show though, it's not something you want to watch with your parents or anything, unless they're okay with it. Tons of nudity, tons of language, tons of graphic, all kinds of stuff in that. So maybe if they make a toned down version,
just like my experience of watching Wolf of Wall Street in the theater with my parents.
Yeah, but it's fine though. I just kind of think that the direction they went with the Showtime Lakers series, it was good for what it was, but not really the direction I thought it was going to go. I'll just say that. So.
I mean, I think when my mom tried to watch The Idol, that's worse.
Oh yeah, that's got everything. Yeah,
That's one of the
But
worst
probably
shows
why
of the
it's on
year.
HBO. But yeah, Moneyball here is awesome, and Despicable Me is just okay. So I'll vote for Moneyball. Chris, what do you say?
So I really like Despicable Me, and actually I like the movies after this, but but it's going up against Moneyball, which I love. So I'm going to go with Moneyball.
Yeah, sounds good. So it'll be Moneyball.
And the last time we'll be seeing Despicable Me.
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim vs. World up against X-Men First Class.
Oh, this is easy.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Scott Pilgrim. I think he's the worst characters in film, to be honest with you. But X-Men First Class is like my second favorite X-Men movie. And it's a great revival of the franchise. So X-Men.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah. I really like X-Men First Class. I do think it's a really good movie. But I like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World just a little bit more, so I'm going to go Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Yeah. Sounds good. Austin.
This one's easy. X-Men First Class is my favorite X-Men movie, and I can't stand Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I hate that movie. I hate that movie with a Chris Scott passion. Yeah, I don't like that movie. Easily my least favorite Edgar Wright movie. I think a lot of the characters are annoying, and I think almost all of them are hateable in that movie. And that movie is way too long as well. It just annoys me to no end. It just never ends. So I'll go X-Men.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think some people are a little harsh on Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I think that it's a good movie. I really like it, and it probably helps that I've read all the graphic novels too, because somebody let me borrow them and insisted that I read them, so I did, and they're really good. But then I like what they did with the movie, where they kind of took it a step further and they added some video game elements, and he has so many lives, and it's like you're kind of fighting in a video game. I do get what you say. They're kind of like terrible characters as far as their like the way they treat people and the way that they're just like kind of like act like a bunch of dicks and stuff in the movie, but I still like it. And X-Men First Class is like my third or fourth favorite X-Men movie, so I'll go Scott Pilgrim. I'll show it some love.
It also has Aubrey Plaza there, Jordan.
Yeah, Aubrey Plaza. Yeah,
So
can't go wrong.
So I think Edgar Wright is a certifiable genius as far as filming goes, and
yes,
I think X-Men First Class it's a good movie, but I agree. I don't think it's as high for me, and I really like Scott Pilgrim versus the World. So I'm going to go with that one.
Yeah, Edgar Wright might be one that may make my top 5 directors of all time.
Absolutely,
He's awesome.
yeah. Especially after last night in Soho.
He would have not for Scott Pilgrim. That's the one night where I'm just like, if you just had made that movie, damn.
I wish you would have directed Ant-Man. Man, that could have been so awesome. But Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, I don't have the visceral like for Scott Pilgrim as maybe Austin does, but I loved when it first came out. But it's toned down a bit. But when I first joined this sort of community, the first year or two, people overrated this movie so much. They fucking talked about it so much to the point where it was getting annoying.
That is true.
This movie's good. I'm like, yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's not like it's not the God's gift to cinema or whatever. It's good, even though I initially really liked it, I was still if I was ranking Edgar Wright movies, it was probably not that lower tier for me. And X-Men First Class is one of my favorite X-Men movies, so I'll go X-Men First Class.
Yeah, like I said, I won't be mad at all if X-Men First Class makes it, but
it's a tie to Malcolm, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Austin.
Oh my God.
Scott Pilgrim, let's go.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least X-Men won a tournament, though. That's all.
Yeah. Actually won a tournament, so no.
There's it's not that good, bro. What the fuck? That movie's annoying.
But I think it's a cool way. If I could go battle for
That
girl, like,
movie
defeat
is
their
so
exes, I
fucking
would do it.
long. Like by the time he gets to like the 5th evil X, I'm like, can we wrap this goddamn movie up already? Like, how many more of these stupid X's do you have to fight? Like, Jesus Christ!
Maybe we should have just done 5
Fucking
X's.
just
Only
go
52 minutes,
7.
Austin.
It's
Only
way
R-
too long. This movie's way too long. Way too long. Anyways, all right.
Yeah.
The winners of this one will be in the Elite Eight, so they'll move on to
Yeah.
the 2009 tournament. Anyways, just point of order. So we'll speed it up now, and we'll see which one wins here. Malcolm, Machete, Rabbit Hole.
Yeah, well, I think Rabbit Hole is a really good movie. I have a lot of fun with Machete, so Machete.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, I'll go with Machete.
Yeah, I think I'll also go with Machete. I'm like trying to figure out the best way to pronounce it. You say machete, you say machete.
Well, no,
you
that's
say,
how Danny Trejo says it himself in the movie.
Yeah.
He's Machete.
Machete.
Yeah.
Machete.
Chris?
But
Machete.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Machete.
Machete.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go
Brian?
with Julie Calkins' favorite, Rapid Machete.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
So
we'll do
Machete will move on to the 2009 tournament.
Yeah.
Did you just order a tub of popcorn or something, Malcolm?
Yeah.
You just randomly had like a big bowl of like fresh popcorn that looks like you got it from
No,
the
no,
movie theater.
it's my lolly jar.
Okay.
Candy.
All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Social
Special
Network.
Network was
It's
excellent, really good
gift
job.
shop. All right.
We're having
you first.
suckers. Let's have some suckers. I got some here.
What kind of candy is
What
that?
are y'all? What are y'all?
You're just
what are y'all,
dum-dum
4
pops.
years old? You just go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Gotta have my
It's
sucker.
gummy Fajoa lollies.
Oh
Oh,
Jesus!
that sounds.
No, I just
bomb.
went to the bank and they're handing them out at the bank. That's what happened.
What are you 5?
Yeah, you're 5 years old. Jesus, I can't wait to get my free
Yep.
sucker at the bank.
I mean, I
Oh,
love,
yeah.
I love my butterscotch.
You'll try to get 'em.
Butterscotch dum dum. Hell yeah.
But
Did you get a
who's
piece
up
of
first?
double bubble as well while you were there?
Hell yeah.
Some double bubble and some Tootsie Rolls.
Social Network.
Yeah.
Is
Jordan.
Oh, it's me? Okay. Yeah, this one's easy. Social Network by like a country mile. Chris.
I'm gonna go with gift shop one. Yeah.
Exit to the gift shop? Yeah.
Yep, that one.
Gift shop movie.
Yeah.
the gift shop.
Yeah.
It's about gift shops, basically.
Yeah, it's about gift
right.
shops. It's a documentary about gift shops.
It's about
Yeah.
the idea of gift shopping.
A Hallmark gift shop, basically.
I'll go Social Network.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian.
As much as I love Exit the Gift Shop, Social Network is a better movie. Social Network.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I would have loved to get exit for the gift shop to the next round, just so Jordan has
Yeah.
a chance to watch it.
I
But
mean,
the
it might
Social
pop
Network
up-
is a
Yeah.
Social Network is a better movie, so Social Network.
Yeah.
I'm probably
Austin?
shopping up for the
I went first.
Oh, yeah.
Bench episode.
Yeah.
All right. You got Kick Ass and
Kick Ass.
Ooh. Another good matchup.
All right.
Oh, man. This one's tough.
It's not that tough, but all right.
I don't know. Like, the main thing that I really love about Kick-Ass is Hit.
Isn't it
I think she's
Chris
an
first?
incredible character.
I'm taking
So-
first on this one now.
No, it's Jordan first.
Oh,
He's
it is.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got this, guys. Chill the fuck out.
But
Okay, bro.
yeah, but then so is Will Forte's character. MacGruber is incredible. So, but I'll still give it to Kick-Ass. Like, I do like the character of Kick-Ass and some of the villains and stuff, and Nick Cage is all right. So yeah, Chris.
I gotta definitely give it to Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass is such a damn good movie. Yeah, I like MacGruber, but I'm sorry, this is where MacGruber stops for me.
Well, at least we can get one Matthew Vaughn movie in here, hopefully. But Richie.
You get beaten. I guess we should call you Ass Kick.
Yeah, right.
I'll go Kick Ass. Yes.
Yeah, Brian.
Well, at least have Nick Cage do the Alley West Batman as Kick-Ass.
Yeah. There you go. Malcolm.
Yeah, this is actually really close for me. It was both of these are really good. But just slightly, I'm gonna go Kick-Ass.
Yeah. Austin.
MacGruber's fun, but Kick-Ass is in my top 64. I love that movie, so Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kick-Ass.
All right. True Grit.
I'll
And
be
Tron
Tron
Legacy.
Legacy.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Chris, I think I know what he's voting for, but
Yeah.
I mean, True Grit is. I mean, the original True Grit. Yes, you'd have my vote. But we're gonna go with Tron Legacy, baby.
Yeah. Richie.
True Grit.
Yeah. Brian.
Tron Legacy.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I mean, we're probably not going to get all the way to 1963 to vote for the original True Grit.
Right.
There'd be a lot of them. I haven't seen
welcome.
it.
Yeah. Jordan comes on. Welcome to Tournament Fights. Ready to vote on it. All right, the
What
final
year is it again? What are we doing?
versus Psycho.
What are we doing again?
Yeah.
We're going to have this person on, but unfortunately they passed
They
away.
passed away.
Yeah.
Damn kids, get off my lawn!
Back in my day.
Unfortunately, Malcolm has passed away, and I forgot how to make brackets.
And half the panel fell asleep during the show, so we have to keep waking them up.
Yeah.
Christopher,
I mean,
wake up!
I mean, JPO does it already.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. But
Yeah, he does.
Wait, let me put my
Hey, Ross.
dentures in real quick
Yeah.
before we start. Yeah.
but anyway, but yeah, I do like Tron Legacy, but I love True Grit a lot more. So True Grit.
Yeah. Austin.
I'll be right back to vote. I got to change my catheter real quick. I'll be
Yeah.
right back.
Yeah.
Tron Legacy.
I'll be good to go for the next 7 hours because I got my Depends on, so I'll be good. my oops, I crapped my pants.
You're on mute, huh? You're on mute.
What? Could you
What?
speak
Hey.
up? I'm sorry.
Go.
Let me put
Yeah,
my
where'd you
other
get my
glasses
hearing's a
on.
little bad.
I
Yeah.
need
So
my
you
other
pooped?
glasses. Let me take these off.
Did you
Let
say?
me- What's
Why are you pooping?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Tron Legacy.
Okay, Tron Legacy. 4-2.
Yeah.
It's a good bit.
Yeah.
We might make it to the best movies of 1980 for the original Tron, maybe.
Well, it's like, but the question is, where do we stop? What year do we finally go like, okay, I haven't heard of like half of these movies that we got?
Yeah, once we get to that point where we haven't heard of half of them.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, I think the 80s is going to get to the point where we may have to go. We're going to do 2 year back combined 2
double
years.
years. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Yeah, and
Yeah.
just
Because
take, like, most well-known from.
Because I've got a lot of lists on Letterboxd for the 80s. Like, I've seen not a lot of them per year.
Well, you have to include a lot of horror movies to maybe pump it out, and once you get to the 80s or something, pump it up.
Yeah,
a
the
little bit.
Jaws and such.
Well, the 70s, you'd have to probably double up on that, but I can
Yeah,
help with those
but-
lists because at least get the popular stuff. Yeah.
Like even the 90s, though, I've been doing the best movies with one word titles, and like some years are incredible, and some years are kind of duds. So we'll see.
Well, I mean, 90s, I think, is when we'll go a bit down to 64 per year.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Richie, Fright Night, Youth and Revolt.
This is pretty easy. Fright Night.
Okay.
yeah, Brian.
Youth and Revolt.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Yes, still haven't seen Youth and Revolt, Fright Night.
Yeah, Austin.
Fright Night for me.
Yeah, like I quite liked Youth and Revolt when I watched it earlier today, but I like Fright Night more, so I'll go Fright Night. Chris.
I gotta definitely go Fright Night.
All
Yeah.
right. Fright Night hangs on to 2009 and still a 2011 movie hanging on. So
Yeah.
Good movie.
Good.
All right. Brian will be up first. Toy Story 3 and Inception. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Toy Story 3.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Toy Story 3. Malcolm.
Yeah, this is tough. Like, I really like both these movies. Like, these are both 4-star movies for me, but just slightly I'm gonna go Inception.
Yeah. Austin.
They're both in my top 100. Inception.
I didn't have enough time to look to remind myself. I know Toy Story 3 is in my top 125, and it's like top like 30 or 40, but I don't know if Inception's there. I imagine it's close, but I'll go Toy Story 3. Chris.
I'm gonna have to go Inception.
Yeah. Richie.
Still don't know what I'm doing. Inception.
Ooh.
Inception. All right.
Did Brian vote?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He started.
He was first.
Okay.
But I mean, he would have gone Toy Story 3 even if he
He
had.
did anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
The Town and the Fighter.
Ooh.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. 2 Boston movies, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Fighter's
are.
a Boston movie, yeah. So, Battle of Boston here. Malcolm.
I like the town a little bit more than the town.
Yeah. Austin.
Just by a little bit, I'll go The Town.
Yeah, I think I'd go back to the town more than I've seen the fighter. I've seen the fighter like 3 times. The town I've seen about 10 maybe, so I'll go the town. Chris.
The Fighter's a great movie.
Yeah, sounds good. Richie.
And so is the town.
Yeah. And we were quick. I don't know if Brian's gonna make it back, but
don't know, but it was 4 votes for the town anyway, so the town.
Yeah.
Town will hang on.
And apparently I don't have Inception that high. I just looked 466 overall on my list. That's way out of my 120.
So
Moneyball
and Scott Pilgrim versus the
Me first. Oh, this is easy. Moneyball. Easy Moneyball.
Man, this one's actually hard for me. Yeah, like I'm a sports guy. I mean, I don't love baseball as far as watching like actual games, but I love playing it. I love going to it live, and I love learning about the behind the scenes stuff. So I'll vote for Moneyball.
Yeah.
Austin and I talked about this yesterday.
We talked about baseball last night after Lonely Marks.
Well, just boring to watch. Like if you watch a game on TV, man, it's
Yeah,
we were talking
I
about
said
that
the
now.
exact same thing.
No, TV it's boring. Live it's more fun, but they also instituted almost like the shot clock in basketball. They have a pitch clock now, so it makes the game go
really?
faster. Yeah, do you know that? Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. But they need to have like just allow the runner to like carry the baseball bat around with them and beat guys or something to make it more interesting. Right? Gotta do something.
But no, they have a pitch clock now, so the pitcher has to pitch within 25 seconds. So it speeds
good.
up the game a lot more. Like it keeps the game moving.
He's not like in like Angels in the Outfield where it's like he checks, and he checks, then he checks again. He's looking backwards.
Fast sets,
yeah,
and
fast sets, yeah,
and sets again.
yeah, yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah, but Chris,
I'm gonna have to definitely give it to Edgar Wright, baby. Which reminds me, I need to get Last Night in Soho on 4K. The movie is flipping fantastic.
Oh yeah, that movie. I didn't think I was gonna like it, and man, it got good and quick.
It's one of the most phenomenal movies.
Yeah, but Richie.
Moneyball.
Yeah. Brian.
Moneyball.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
I also would have gone Scott Pilgrim, but it's going to be Moneyball.
Close, but Moneyball, yeah. So we have 2 2011 movies that will hang on for one more tournament with Moneyball and Fright Night, and then the rest are 2010s that will move on to 2009. So we'll see which one wins this tournament. So
yeah.
All right, going into the final 4 here, we got Machete and Social Network. Jordan.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with Machete watching for the first time, but somehow I don't know when we talked about Machete Kills, but I haven't seen that one yet. But whenever it came
that one's fun, but I think it didn't make it very far in that tournament. It showed up on like 2013 or whatever it was. Yeah, it didn't make it very far.
Yeah, so I'll go with the Social Network. Chris?
I will go with Machete.
Yeah. Richie?
Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to go Machete as well. Why not?
Yeah. Brian?
Just a unique winner the next round, Machete.
All right. Malcolm.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it was around a tournament. Machete.
Yeah. All right.
I would have gone Social Network just because if it was a movie I was more passionate about than Machete, I would. But it's like Machete's fine. It's good, but it's not phenomenal. That's fine. All right, Kick-Ass and Tron Legacy.
Tron Legacy.
All right, Chris.
This will be Chris.
Kick-Ass.
Okay.
Yeah. Richie.
Kick-Ass.
Brian.
K.A. Kick-Ass.
Okay.
Yep. Malcolm.
Ass kick.
Yeah. Austin.
I think Kick-Ass is good enough to win one of these tournaments. Kick-Ass. Yeah.
I'll be the lone one to vote for Tron Legacy because I think that one's good enough to win a tournament just for the effects and everything and the music. But
we'll see. But Kick-Ass wins for this one.
Yeah.
And we'll go to Richie for the other side. It'll be Inception and Fright Night.
Yeah.
I love Fright Night, but I'm going to go Inception.
Yeah.
Brian.
Wrong. Inception. Wrong.
That Inception.
Yeah, the score.
Inception?
The score.
He's doing the trailer thing.
Oh yeah.
Wrong. I thought he was saying wrong for Trump or something.
Yeah.
Like, wrong.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'm like, but Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I like Fright Night, but I mean, it'll be weird if a 2011 movie wins the tournament. I'm champion enough to get it to the next set of years, but I'm going to go Inception.
Yeah. Austin.
Inception.
I'll still go Fright Night. That movie is awesome.
And
Chris.
I'll still go Fright Night.
Yeah.
Close, but
it'll still be
Inception 42. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it is the
Town.
town up against Moneyball.
All right. Brian.
Moneyball.
Okay.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I'm gonna go to the town.
Yeah. Austin.
The town.
And this one's close, but yeah, the town. Chris.
Moneyball.
Yeah.
They were surprised.
Yeah, right. Surprise.
Like maybe I changed my opinion halfway through.
the town.
All right.
Yeah.
Town. Okay.
Town.
All right. We got a good little final four here. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. Going to the finals, we got Machete and Kick-Ass.
Ooh.
Okay, Malcolm.
It's close, but I'm gonna go Machete.
Yeah. Austin.
I think Kick-Ass is about 10 times better than Machete. Kick-Ass.
Yeah, it's quite a bit better. I'll go Kick-Ass. Chris.
Yeah, I'll go Kick-Ass too.
We're talking about Kick-Ass.
Okay, 13.
Like Kick-Ass.
Yeah, right.
Well played.
Richie?
No, it's the oldest joke on tournament fights.
Absolutely.
It's the ones that have sequels. Yeah.
I'll go Kick-Ass. Yeah.
Yep. Brian.
I'll go to your cartoon that movie Bliss, Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm Steven in the chat. He's like, Machete made it this far.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, Steven, I know you would have voted for it forever.
Yeah.
I mean, Stephen, the Machete's first round was against the Karate Kid, so
Yeah. But it's not going to make it to the championship. It'll be
no. Kick-Ass.
so
wins,
Kick-Ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So the town and Inception on the other side. It's a good match.
Yeah.
Me first. I'm gonna go Inception.
Yes.
Yeah, I think just by a hair, I'll have to go Inception. Yeah. Chris?
Bye town. Inception, baby.
Yeah. Richie?
The town.
Ooh. Chris, Brian.
Inception.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
And Malcolm.
Damn, I was hoping someone was going to go to the town, so I'll end up with an entire. But so the town, someone going to say the town.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying that just to get kind of get.
As a spite vote, get the hair on my neck.
bring
Yeah.
you down a day. It'd be funny.
Yeah.
So it's still going to be Inception.
But anybody notice my tagline? Inception or Kick-Ass, and look what we
Oh, yeah.
got.
There you go.
Oh my
Created
gosh.
Two movies
Yeah.
that were worthy of this thing, so we'll see which one wins. I don't know where this is going to go, so we'll see. Yeah, but we'll start with Jordan. So I'll be last, oddly enough. I got to wait. So we'll see.
Well, probably just comes down to like I would way rather watch Kick-Ass right now than Inception, but they're both close to the same level for me. But I'll say Kick-Ass. Chris.
They're both great films. I'm definitely going to go with Kick-Ass, though.
Yeah. Richie.
Inception.
Keeping it interesting. Brian.
Kick-Ass.
Yeah, and Malcolm.
Inception.
Ooh, then we have a tie.
No, I haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But even if I vote for one, I have the tiebreaker, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
So I either. Man, yeah, this is it because it's the two I predicted could be here, and the two are great. Kick-Ass is going to win this tournament.
Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
It is. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Finally won one.
Kick-Ass.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how Aaron Taylor Johnson does as.
I can almost assuredly say this will be the better comic book movie out of that and Craven.
Craven.
I can't wait to see Craven. God.
Yeah, like I'm curious, but I don't think they're really doing it right, like the right
Oh, I
way
do.
that should be done. But
I do. Oh, hell yes.
So
Yeah.
Well, again, it's just Craven's a great Spider-Man villain. We don't need
we don't need a movie about
a movie about another movie about a villain that should just be a villain. It's weird.
No,
yeah.
You never read The Hunt? The Hunt's a phenomenal story with him.
Yeah, no, but like, just put him in
Spider-Man movie.
Well,
yeah.
Well, the thing is that like Sony, they don't have a lot of like superhero properties, so they just milk the hell out of the Spider-Verse.
I disagree.
Well, I mean, that's the thing though. Sony owns Spider-Man. Like they can put a Spider-Man in the movie if they wanted to.
Yeah, they can.
Which they hopefully will. That'd be cool, but I don't know. We'll see.
Also, Russell Crowe's getting typecast at being playing superheroes.
I think he's going to be awesome in that role. Like, I'm genuinely excited to see
I'm
him.
sure he'll be fine. Like, I'm sure everybody will be fine in the movie. It's just it's going to be a weird movie that I don't think is going to do very well. Like Morbius, it's just not.
Yeah, it just seems like
it's
it's
not well.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of like your Flash. It's like, okay, whatever. It might be good. It might be not.
Flash was a phenomenal movie.
No.
Like,
Let me finish my sentence. It's going to be good, but at the end of the day, like it doesn't mean anything.
It didn't mean anything to the rest of everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this will mean something to somewhere. We'll see.
I've still got to watch The Flash.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's really good.
I quite enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
I want to go see it another time because Michael Keaton. Woo.
You better because you better do it if you're going to do it. You better do it quick because it's going to be out of theaters in like a day.
Is it?
Okay. And they're almost out of theaters already.
Yeah, that movie's bombing. So yeah,
it's already out of theaters. Over here.
It's only at one last theater, I think, in my town. Like it's still there.
I was going to go see it yesterday, but then I decided to only see Mission Impossible. So
yet surprisingly, Little Mermaid that came
Mission
out
Impossible
before The Flash is still in cinemas.
Ooh, 40X. That's the way to see that movie. I wish that could have done it, but it's fun.
Yeah, I'm seeing that on 40X tomorrow. Yeah,
Is 40X
I think it's my mom's first 40X showing too, so that'll be fun.
Ooh, nice. Well, tell her to bring something if she needs to like puke in because those seats move. Like you're
they
like
do.
On a Universal Studios ride. But
dude, yeah, it's crazy.
But anyways, yeah, that was a fun time. Just a little half bracket for our championship episode. So thanks, guys, and we'll be on to 2009 probably by the end of August or like close to it. So yeah,
August, I believe.
August 21st, 23rd, and 25th.
Yeah. So it'll be coming up soon. But yeah, so we'll just do some plugs real quick, and that'll do it. So, Chris, where can we find you?
Let's see. I should know. God. So
I don't always have the banner like right.
No, you're good, man. You guys can find me on Instagram at
there you go.
Casablanca Kid 84. You can find me on Twitter at writer_84. Well, C Scott 1128. I think I might have changed it, but I think I also, of course, as I usually, I'm a champion. The TikTok. We just filmed episode 16 of the series, which we're doing, and I think it's going really solid over
Nice.
on Casablanca Kid 84, and I'm trying to do a little more creative stuff with it. So, yeah.
Nice,
And I know this is not part of the champion, but I am hell excited to go to the premiere. They're showing Napoleon Dynamite, and I get to meet Napoleon, actor who played Napoleon, and Pedro and Uncle Rico. Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to go to that. I may still try to do it. We'll see what happens. But
yeah, the Egyptian is a legit theater.
For me, it's going to be in Canada, really Toronto, but I won't be able to attend it, so.
Well, for me, it's either going to be that or going to a Comic-Con where they have the whole cast of Scream and Back to the Future. So,
dude.
So I don't know.
Scream by convention next month.
Yeah, but cool. And Richie, where can we find you?
Yeah, tournament fights, tier ranker, lonely. Yeah, maybe here network in general. Yeah, lonely marks. Yeah, we're not sure what we're going to talk about yet, but we'll talk about it between now and then. Talk about how SummerSlam's shaping up and all that jazz. Tell them the streaming will be back at some point. Just sort of life got in the way. And yeah, other than that, the other wrestling trivia on Combat Wrestling Trivia, the wrestling trivia and movie trivia on JPO's channel. I got a couple of tournaments coming up there. A movie Battleground got doing a match coming up there soon. I'll be on Battleground Casual probably next week, talking about Barbie. So I got to see Barbie.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll probably do a double feature of Barbie and Oppenheimer. And that'll be fun. So yeah, check that out.
Movie theaters actually leaned into that, and some theaters are actually doing double feature tickets of like both movies.
Ooh.
Yeah, really? I'm not all of them. I've just seen people post Fandango things of certain theaters that just leaned into that and are just doing these double feature tickets. I thought that was interesting. Like
that is cool.
I mean, well, it gets people in theaters, so whatever, I mean, sure, why not?
Yeah, and I had a missed opportunity. I was going to take my last bite of my sucker right into the mic and like crunch really loud. I saved you all that, but Brian, where can we find you?
First, I'll answer Christiana's comment in the chat. It was up to Austin to decide to vote for Kick-Ass or Inception.
Oh yeah,
plugs. I could be trivia most of the time.
Not that one. Hang on.
Lights Out Trivia, Pierce Co. My match dropped today on Multiplex for my team match with Ben Cohen. I'm in the ASAT Teams tournament with my parts team Maester facing the winner of Richie and Richie's team versus Corey Quinto's team. I'll be here next week for the best vacation week with Richie, I believe. And
Best vacations with me. Where are we going on vacation? Are we going on vacation?
No idea.
Yeah.
And my permanent match dropped yesterday on Total Geek for All.
Okay.
Nice. Sounds good. Yeah, you have to tell us where you're going on vacation. I'll come along with you guys. Yeah. We're going to the Bahamas.
Got your passports.
Yeah, right. But
I'll hide in your suitcase.
Yeah, right. But Malcolm, where can we find you?
You can find me not going on vacation anytime soon. I mean, it's also about $2,000+ for me to fly to America. So I need to save up a lot of money for there. But you can find me over on Bankum on Sunday for top 12 animated sequels.
Nice.
And you can find me popping up here. I believe the next time I'm going to be on here will be for Battle of the Toms. And you can find me popping up on hosting Full Metal Trivia and also Movie Battleground. My next match is going to be up against Ross Bristow.
Sounds good. That'll be interesting.
Can you both lay down your stomachs and sit there and do
Yeah, like lay
Yeah,
down in
make
your
sure
bed.
it's not
Yeah.
all 3 hours or 4 hours.
That'll be the true definition of movie battleground casual.
Yeah.
Lay on your bed having a debate.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Austin,
comfortable. Yeah,
Well,
that's great.
I will be on Battleground Casual, the chat show tomorrow night, probably co-hosting with Aaron Cannell. He usually refers to me when Matt Beer can't be there. But we'll be doing a bunch of like mini reviews of like a movie catch up. I've seen.
I looked at all that like list, like
Yeah.
if there's some I hadn't even heard of on the list,
Father,
and then
Father.
like I've only seen less than half, so I'm like,
Yeah,
what's not for me?
I'd seen 8 out of the 15.
Yeah, so I'm like, what
so
are
we'll
these
be on
movies?
there.
Are they like straight to streaming?
No, I think there's stuff like Nemona, which is like a Netflix animated movie, Extraction
Yeah.
2, things like that. That some of them are probably not going to make the cut for like actual chatting about it tomorrow night. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll talk about some of those. So if you want to see me review a lot of mediocre movies, you can tune into that out of the list. A lot of like 5 or 6 out of 10 kind of movies. So we'll talk about that. Jacob Barber and I on Sunday night at 6 will be podcast about Mission Impossible, so we'll be talking about all those movies just in order. Jacob's
Nice. I'm curious to like hear his thoughts. Yeah.
well, he's coming to a lot of those movies for the first time, so it should be interesting. He had only seen the first 2, so he's going to come to that with that. And then we'll review Dead Reckoning kind of near the end of the show, so you can still tune in if you haven't seen it. And then I'm hosting some Battleground matches. I've got a few up there. Nothing much to talk about, and you can see me, Jordan, and Richie dominating on 3-on-3 trivia over on Henry Confidential's channel. Kicking ass up there. So,
right.
Hey, Moose America match.
That's right. We have a match on Benny Moose Save America's channel. We had that drunk match we got
They
posted.
just dropped.
Yeah, that one dropped recently. So Benny Moose Save America on YouTube. You can see.
I'll have to share that out. Yeah.
I was the only one who really got super drunk on that. So if you're watching me get super intoxicated, pounding.
I took an edible, but it was the right kind, so I didn't really fade as fast as
You
I
can
have
see
in
me
the
take
past.
about 5 shots on that show and drink about 4 beers. So you can see me get really annihilated.
That's why Jordan missed that
And
Richie question.
still answering questions up until the end. So still unlocking my potential.
So did Jordan stop?
Yeah.
Jordan just didn't have Jordan didn't have anything except for the edible.
Yeah, I just took
Yeah.
an edible, but it was the right one. So it didn't
As
do
the
much.
captain, I was the one taking most of the drinking punishment, so that's what I was doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you can probably find me. I actually think I might even do a Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 review maybe after this, because I wanted to do it last night, but I just didn't get to it. Like I'm not a huge fan of doing reviews that necessarily because I feel like they're like a dime a dozen for like everyone's doing them, but they're always the highest viewed things on our channel. So like I'm starting to do them more. So yeah, I did a review once of the last evil a dead movie, and it got like 300 views in like a day. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay.
I got like I think my review I did for that one is up to like 324 views, and
Nice,
probably
nice.
like
Yeah.
30 likes on that video on TikTok. It's ridiculous.
They get views, so yeah, for whatever reason. But
Jordan, I'll set up a stream card real quick. I'll jump on with you for half an hour if you want to.
sure, yeah, if you want to do it, yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Let's
set
do
it
it,
up.
I'm down.
All I gotta do is just get a poster and just set up the stream, and that's all I gotta do. So we can
Yeah,
just
do
jump
it.
in.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's
sounds
do it.
good to me. So
Anybody else want to jump on that's seen it? No.
I
if
will.
anyone's seen it, you
I haven't seen it yet.
Dude, I would definitely be game for getting on and talking that movie.
Okay.
can- Well, have you seen it, Chris?
I have Evil Dead Rise, yes.
No,
No,
Mission
no.
Impossible.
Oh no,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah.
No. We're talking about a
say,
movie that
like,
just came out, not a
You
movie
said
that
you're
came
seeing
out
it
3
tomorrow.
months
Okay,
ago.
So I'm like,
sorry.
I'm like, you might not want to.
No.
Sorry,
Yeah.
no, I do not want to do that. Yep. I want to be.
Yeah. But you can also find us on all the social media at Movie Hero 2121 on Twitter and Instagram. You can find us on my personal social media, Jordan 83616, and then probably within the next 24 hours there'll be a poll up in the Schwinn on Friends and Family group where you can vote on our Elite 8 and just tell us what you think of our picks and like how it all played out, and yeah, just give us your thoughts. And then let's see, what else do we have? So I just put up a YouTube short that like I try to make a mystery, but the thing is the way YouTube displays the YouTube short, like it just reveals it and it won't let you change the thumbnail. So it just, like it says mystery reveal, but then it's just right there on the thumbnail. So you can see our next wheel of movies, movie that we're going to be talking about this next week, probably next Wednesday, hopefully. And then we're doing some seen and heard movie trivia this Sunday. So I think I got it all squared away. We're going to do it a little differently. It's going to be a seen and heard marathon episode where it's going to be almost all movie clips. I'm going to have a little round in there. There'll be some movie taglines just to kind of have a little breather, like kind of halfway through. But then we'll be doing mostly movie clips, just to kind of try it out, because we've had some issues with the music. So I will be going back to it. I'm just taking a little break from that. But and then you can find us on our Patreon if you go to patreon.com/movie hero, and we have some exclusive podcasts. We're giving away movie posters, some one sheet movie posters, and yeah, we having some upcoming podcasts soon. We'll be doing this week. We'll be breaking down our top 12 movies of the year so far. So it'll be me and Richie and Jordan Owens doing that on Monday night, so you can watch for that, and all of our podcasts and everything. We show them the live version free on the channel, and then I take them down and move over to the Patreon. So if you tune in live, you can see it on our channel, but only the live version. And then you have to go to Patreon. But and then yeah, that's pretty much all, except for a little preview of tournament fights and tier ranker. So this upcoming Tuesday, we're doing best vacation movies for the summertime, just movies where people are on vacation. We'll be doing the next tournament in our geek series, so it'll be best Star Trek characters. We got some pretty hardcore Star Trek fans for that one, and it'll be our quest to determine the best geek character of all time. So we're going to have 8 different tournaments. We're going to take the Sweet 16 from each one, and then at the end it'll be a big 128 to determine the best geek character. Then when we have our movie hero mystery tournament, so probably sometime this week, maybe over the weekend sometime, maybe me and Austin will be having a little selection show. We spin in the wheel 64 times, and whichever 64 movies pop up first will be in our mystery tournament. So just pay attention to our social media, because we'll be posting about when that will be. We haven't quite nailed it down yet, but it'll be happening soon. So, and then we'll be starting our next tier ranker series. That'll be best movies with one word titled Decades series. So it'll just be all movies with one word titled, and there are a lot, so we hashed it out, and we're going to be just talking about the top 100 from every decade, except for we split the 2010s in half, because there's a lot of movies in the 2010s. So and then the one that Malcolm mentioned, we have the Battle of the Tom, so Tom Hanks versus Tom Cruise coming up, and then we'll be doing a animated tournament fights tournament that's going to cap off our tier ranker series of the best animated movies. So it's going to be all of our top 10s, and all of the honorable mentions will be in that tournament. So that'll be
for tobacco part of it, if you need somebody.
Yeah, we'll let you know. Well, we probably will. So yeah, but and then just a couple other ones. We got movies of the country in the title, 'cause we've already done city, we've done state, we got country in the title, and then we'll also be having a friend of the show, Matt Majo, will be doing his top 64 near the end of August. So those are just some ones you can look forward to. And then soon on, we'll be posting just one more thing for the Patreon. I'll be posting a schedule that'll be 4 months out, so you can have first dibs at signing up for some episodes. So hopefully in like a day or two, that will be posted around on the Patreon if you want to get a little preview of even more than what I just mentioned, probably about double what I mentioned. So yeah, but that will do it for us tonight. So thanks again, guys. I'm gonna play if I can find it here, the little outro that I normally would play for the intro on these championship movies. Here we go. So but yeah, for Chris, for Richie, for Brian, for Malcolm, for Austin. I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.
Round 1, fight!
You're muted.
He muted himself to go to the outro.
Gonna keep me muted. It automatically it does, but I had that one up, and I guess that's not it. Let's see if this is it. I have 1 out of 3 chances. Let's see if this is right.
Round
1 out of 3.
1, fight!
Nope. All right, this will make the movie hero blooper reel.
Yup, exactly.
George,
We're just gonna go with the standard one because I don't know where the hell it went. It is gone. So here we go. This is our thing. See you later, guys.